Hi guys, this is John Tenuto, and this video is going to be about what I think the next Black Swan is going to be. And if you watched my thank you video earlier, I have it up there. I've made 100 videos, and I finally that milestone has passed. Thank you very much. A Black Swan definition, if you look it up in a dictionary or Google it or whatever, it's basically an event or something that happens out of left field, okay? A black swan would be like a 9/11, that was a black swan, or World War I, or the dropping of an atomic bomb. The Great Depression was a black swan, okay? Nobody thought it could ever happen. Well, this is not going to happen. This could happen in the United States, things that just happen out of nowhere. They're just like, you go, we're going along, we're kind of pumping along, it's a good economy, and things look good, everybody's working, everybody's making money, everybody's living their lives, and all of a sudden, boom, the anvil falls down and everything changes. The trajectory of life changes for everybody. That is a black swan. So now I got the definition sort of out there for you guys. I want to predict to you my belief, my deep belief, and I want to preface this with that I'm not an analyst, I'm not an economist, I'm not giving you advice as any kind of professional advice. This is just John speaking from the top of his head, his thoughts, his beliefs, or what I think is going to happen in the next 24 to 64 months in this country. We are going to have a black swan, and I think I know what it is. And a lot of people say, well, the stock market's going to crash, or we're going to have an oil embargo, or we're going to have gas prices going to go up to $9 a gallon, or we're going to have a housing shortage, The black swan is going to be this. It is going to be, if you think about what has been going on for the last 45 years, almost 50 years with credit in this country, okay? First, in the very beginning of credit, there were no credit cards. My mom had an American Express card, but it wasn't a credit card. You had to pay it off at the end of the month. So if she got $100 or $200 on the American Express card, at the end of the month, she got a statement, she had to pay it off. There was no Visas, there was no Capital Ones, there was no Pennies or Sears or by the wayside, or Macy's. Or gas cards. There were no credit cards. And very few people could get credit even when they bought a house, okay? They had to save money, get enough money up, and then buy their house. If they did get credit, it was very little. Credit got into the picture, okay? It kept creeping in, and the banks figured out we can make a lot of money off of people if we charge them a certain percentage to use the money we're going to lend them. So, we'll lend you $1,000 and we're going to charge you 16% or 18% or 24%, whatever is on that credit card, okay? Fast forward to now. Where are we? Everybody lives on credit. Everybody lives in a 30-day revolving credit cycle. As long as I make this much money, I'm good. As long as I make this much money as far as my job or my pension or my Social Security or whatever money is coming in for you, as long as I have enough money coming in to revolve around to pay my debt, which is my credit debt, I'm going to be good. There lies the black swan. This swan has been hiding in the background in all of this for years. That swan is going to come out. Because what's going to happen, what is happening, is we have compounded this so much to the point where people's psyche, people's minds, in their minds are convinced, or not convinced, have been convinced that you, as long as you live, as long as you can maintain your bills in a 30 cycle, you're going to be okay. You're not. You're going to be screwed, okay? As I said in a lot of my other videos, get out of debt. Pay off your credit cards. Get ready for this dire straits, this mess that's coming, okay? Yes, we are going to have a down market. Yes, the market is going to crash. Yes, we are going to have food shortages. Yes, we are going to have gas prices go up to $7, $8 a gallon. All of that has to do with that particular black swan. Because what's going to happen is this. People are so extended because of credit, because of that belief in the 30-day cycle. As long as I can make the 30-day cycle, they have compounded their debt. They've compounded their life over these many years from the time when my mom started, okay? So that is it's gonna get to the point where we're at the tipping point. We're at the very edge of that cliff. Here's the people at the very edge of that cliff, and they're all gonna go over that cliff. Why? Because they can't pay the debt. I gotta tickle my nose. They'll get to the point where they get so much, they're so saturated in debt, they can't get out of it. They can't walk away from it. They're trapped in that debt. That's why I say get out of debt, period. Get rid of it, okay? If you got to buy a small house, get rid of the bigger house. Small house, get a smaller car, get rid of the big car. Get rid of the toys, the boats, the golf membership, the vacations. Get rid of the private schools, the fancy clothes, the rings, the jewelry. Get rid of all the glitz and the toys and pay down your debt. Because if you don't, we are going to get caught up in this. We are going to get caught up in this nightmare, which is going to be that black swan. And you are going to see thousands of homeless people. And they're going to be not what you consider your average homeless person that you would see under a bridge, that you would see walking between the cars, begging for money or asking for money for a meal with the sign. Those have always been there. A lot of those people have always been there. You're going to start seeing lower income, middle income families out of their homes, out of their apartments, out of their dwellings, because they won't be able to afford to live there. Okay? It's so close. It's teetering. It's almost there, but we're not there yet. But I'm starting to see the cracks. I'm starting to see those cracks. And so, if you're in that situation, forget about the 30-day revolving, as long as I make enough money, I'm going to make it. Figure out a way. Sit down with a pencil and paper, or a computer, or a calculator, your girlfriend, your mother, your father, your uncle, your aunt, your kids. Figure out a way to get rid of some of that revolving debt. Because that's the black swan. Okay? I was watching the news. Sorry for the deep breath. I was watching the news the other day. There is a very affluent community offshore of Miami, Fisher's Island. It's called Fisher's Island. You've got very wealthy people living there. They've got yachts. They've got beautiful mansions. I think Tony Robbins lived there. If you know who Tony Robbins is, he's worth, $500 million. People like that live in Fisher Island. If you look onto the shore, or onto the water from Fisher Island, you look towards Miami, there's a park. I don't remember the name of the park. I should have got that for this video, but I didn't. But the city of Miami is considering transforming that park into a living community, building small homes, I think 300 or 400 small homes for the homeless. And wouldn't you believe that the people from the island, the people in surrounding areas, well, we don't want that here. We don't want the homeless here. This would destroy. Well, duh. Somebody's got to take, these people need homes, okay? So Those are just the homeless that are in Miami. Those are just the documented or undocumented homeless people that live in Miami. They want to build small homes for them in a community, 300 or 400 homes, so they can have a home, which I think is great, and they need to do it. So in my videos, I try to do this. I try not to just ramble on what's going on and not give answers, okay? If you're just going to ramble on about, well, this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and the world's coming to an end, and the media is going to go, and my head's going to blow up, and whatever, that's fine. It's sensationalism, and it's scaring people, and it's making people think. But if you don't end the sentence or end the paragraph or end the chapter with answers, what's your point? Okay? So my point is this. This is what we need to do now. This is what our local, sort of like Miami, what our local governments and our state government need to do now is they need to literally put a fire on their ass, and they need to start building out communities for homeless people, for future homeless people, homeless families. Here's a damn good start. Go downtown to the big cities and say, hey, we have all this real estate. All this real estate that's empty because everybody's working out of their homes now. We can't rent this real estate. It's empty. Convert them into homes for people. Convert them into living spaces for families. Same way with airplane hangars. If you got empty airplane hangars or an empty mall, there are 2 malls in Orlando that I know of that are practically empty because there's very few people now doing retail. Retail is dying. Brick and mortar is dying. What are you going to do with the malls? Retrofit those malls so people can live there. You can make a small community inside that mall. We can have water, housing, food, place for people to sleep. Because what I'm saying about that Black Swan, when the lower class, I hate the class system, not just the homeless, but when people are losing their homes because they can't make their mortgage, when people are being evicted because they can't make their rent because it went up $1,000, $1,500, or because of the stupidity of the Fed raising interest rates, and people that got an adjustable mortgage, and all of a sudden their mortgage is going through the roof, and all of a sudden these people are becoming homeless. They will have a place to live. Start retrofitting places for people to live now. Because I don't know what it is, but it always seems that our federal government drags their ass. Well, this is happening. Maybe we'll think about it and we'll have to vote on it. We got to send it up to this guy and do that guy and kiss this guy's ass. And oh God, it's election season, and I don't want to mess that up because I want to get reelected. Screw you. We got to do this now. We have to start preparing for this now, because when that Black Swan comes out and this happens and we get thousands of families homeless, that will create our economy and our country to collapse, because it will increase crime, increase pollution, increase confusion, lack of education, lack of food. All of that will be related to the fact that a family or families have no place to live. Okay? That's the Black Swan. And that Black Swan, I knew it was coming. I see it coming. I see it every day. But that swan's coming. So please, 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 anybody in the government, you're listening to me, do something now. If you're a local community, small town, do something now. Prepare. Like I said in a lot of my videos, I literally look out my window and there's a Little League field. There's like 10 Little League fields. There's like 5 soccer fields. They don't need 5 soccer fields. Use 2 soccer fields. Put mobile homes out there. Put small mobile homes and make a community. Get it done. Get it done now, because we're going to need it. And we're going to get caught with our pants down when that swan comes out and go, son of a bitch, We got thousands of people living under bridges. We got thousands of people living in parks and tents. Do it now. Mark my words. This is going to happen. You're going, oh, hey, what are you talking about, John? You're a musician. You do music videos. Yeah, I also have other interests. And I have other things that I understand, I believe. Okay? I love my music. And I love putting them out on YouTube. And I love doing music videos. And that's great. And the reason I got into doing this particular kind of video, is that I see this coming. You know, I'm not going to get too biblical on you, but there's a word in the Bible. It's called discernment. Discernment is awareness. When you have discernment, you have the ability of knowing. Okay? I'm not bragging about that. I'm saying I have the ability of knowing. It's a feeling. It's a gut feeling. It's sort of like if you walk in a room and you go, I don't feel comfortable. I don't like that person over there. There's something about this. There's something about this atmosphere. I want to get out of here. It's intuition. But in the Bible, it's called discernment. Okay? It's deeper than intuition. Intuition is like, well, I'm not sure, but intuition is more instinct. It's more like an instinct. Like, I'm not sticking my hand in that hole. There might be a snake in there. Okay? That's like instinct, But discernment is a knowing. It's like I just kind of know this. Okay? And it's not a knowing like, oh, look at me, I know what I'm doing. Screw all that bullshit. It's not about that. That's not what I'm about, and that's not what I'm trying to tell you to help you. I'm trying to lead you in the right direction. Okay? I'm not trying to lead you in the wrong direction. I don't want your money. I don't want any of that. I'm saying this is going to happen. And we need to get our shit together in this country. Because if it does happen, when it does happen, and it's so heavy and dark, and so many people are in this mess, this nightmare that we created because we were so damn greedy and so selfish. I've got to have everything now. It's going to take years to dig out of this. It's going to take years to dig out of this. But it will be a little bit less painful when people lose something like their home, to have a place to live. They have to have a place to live. There's a guy, his name is Dan. I don't know his last name. Maybe I should figure it out. He has tongue-tied. He has a YouTube channel called I Allegedly. I love Dan. I like what he's doing. I think he's very knowledgeable, and I think he's very forthcoming of what he believes and what he thinks is going to happen. He's got a large following. He's doing very well. He's out of California, and he does really cool videos. He has a remote video that he's holding with his arm. He's got it strapped on somehow. He's walking around, going up and down the beach. And he's going to parks, and you see all this, and it's really kind of an amazing thing because you're kind of seeing all this beautiful background while he's telling you all this negative news. It's like, oh, there's a murder going on, but it's a beautiful sunset, So, but it works for him, and he's successful, and I like his content. And the reason I decided to do this video about Black Swan has a lot to do with I Allegedly, because I saw him watch one of his videos last night, and the question was, what do you think the next Black Swan would be? And I chimed in on comments. I said, exactly what I just told you. I told him about the thing in Miami that's going on. So Dan, a shout out to you if you watch my video. I'm watching yours. You're far ahead of the game than I am, but it's fine. But anyway, I'm gonna call it done. And watch my other videos if you can. The Realm series, more of a fantasy musical background type of thing. Watch the Cube series. There's more information on the side. Scrolling down about my information in my book and my quotes. Yeah. I can't say that enough. I can't say that enough. I say in my videos a lot of times, I'm working a little part-time job at a grocery store, and I do it, one, to get out of it, just have a life, some other life besides doing this. But I also do it to be physically close to people and get that contact, that informative contact, that I want my thumb on the pulse of what they think, when I'm working, and I get feedback from all different age groups, how they think about this, and I'll throw it at them, and I use that for, it's like fuel for me, and I'll use that in my videos. I'll use that in trying to analyze where we are as a country. And it's across the board. It's from anybody from teenagers to kids to people that are 80 years old. And everybody says to me, something's going to happen. Something big is coming down the pike. They just know it. Like I was talking about the discernment thing. They just kind of know it. They don't know what it is, but they know what they can feel it, okay? So that helps me in sort of solidifying my belief. All right, and making this solid. This is the deal. All right. So the other scary thing is there's a number of people that I work with. Well, that's never gonna happen. I'm fine, and they're just kind of going through life like, I'm fine as long as I got my job. Good luck with that. Hope you hang on to your job because you might need it. Anyway. I'm not pointing any fingers, but thank you very much. And if you can, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Share your thoughts. Please share your thoughts in the comment section so I can get a handle on what you guys think, okay? And watch my other videos. And I am going to... oh, by the way, Monday was my birthday, so I'm now older. Happy birthday to me. My age is, I just turned 21. We got to sign up. It's 22 minutes. So keep an eye on what's going on with housing, people losing their homes, people not being able to pay their mortgages, living in hotels. We're seeing a lot of that happening right now in Orlando. A lot of people are moving into hotels because we have something like, 80,000 hotel rooms in Orlando because of our traffic, because of tourism. So there's a lot of hotel space if somebody has to have a place to live, but it's expensive. So that's an option, all right? So on that happy note, love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Please leave a comment, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.